Hello dear students, I hope you all are doing great. Today we will discuss about forensic optometry, a very important branch of forensic science. Here we deal with the application of tears and eyewears if we encounter them as an evidence and how they could be helpful to solve a case. Okay, so first of all, let us have a look at the introduction portion. We will discuss about the objective, the types of tears, the optometric evidence, different optometric evidence that we encounter in the crime scene, an examination of tear and the evidence along with the case study where the forensic optometry served as a useful tool in order to deal with the case, then the forensic significance, and at last the conclusion of the entire lecture. Forensic optometry. First of all, it is important for us to know what is optometry. Optometry can be termed as a branch of medicine that basically deals with the application of eyewears for correction of the defects in the eyes, and with different eye defects like hypermetropia, myopia, and stuffs like that. Then optometry, if used in order to solve the cases for the legal purpose, then this entire concept is termed as forensic optometry. Biological evidence are quite common in crime scenes, be it blood or semen, saliva, urine, or anything of that sort, but we rarely encounter tear as an evidence. This forensic optometry help you to piece together the crime and identify the perpetrator. Okay, the main objective of this slide is to analyze the eyewear and the optical evidences whatsoever we encounter. It could be contact lens as well, it could be spectacles or an eye drop or anything, sunglasses, whatsoever is related to eyes. Then identification of individual is done with the help of these evidences, and authentication of optical document like the prescription the doctor provides you in order to give the spectacles of certain power. Investigation of eye injury along with the crime scene reconstruction that is done by taking all the evidences into consideration. Let us discuss about different types of tears. Basically, we will cover the three most important types of tear, that is basal, reflex, and psycho-emotional. Basal tear is naturally present in everybody's eyes. It is responsible for preventing the situation of dry eyes. Okay, it helps in maintaining the lacrimal film that is present on the corneal surface. So the basal tear usually do not flows out from your eyes. It remains in the eyes. It protects your eyes from all the sort of dust and dirt. Then we have reflex tear. As the name suggests, this tear is the byproduct or the result of some kind of reflex action. So whenever our eyes come in contact with some kind of chemical or physical external stimuli, this external stimuli could be anything, could be pollen, dirt, dust, or whatever. So this tear is observed as a response to external stimuli. Now we have this psycho-emotional tear. As the name suggests, psycho-emotional. Here, the tear secretion occur whenever there is some kind of emotional or psychological interference. When we experience the emotion of joy, tears of happiness, tear of grief, or memories missing someone, or anything like that. So, in such situation, this psycho-emotional tear occur. Another most important table that we have is composition of tear. Tear is composed of water in the highest percentage, then some electrolytes like potassium, sodium, bicarbonates, and magnesium, and much more. You can read it out from here. Then lipid bilayer, the outermost layer, and aqueous, that is middle layer, and glycoproteinaceous mucin layer. Then the common optometric evidence that we found in the crime scene include eyeglasses, mostly the broken pieces of eyeglasses. And the case we will be dealing with is concerned with the use of the application of eyeglasses as an evidence in order to solve the crime. Then contact lens, parts of frame, tears, that is unfortunately rarely found. Then some broken glasses, which are mostly the piece of eyeglasses. Collection and preservation of these evidence involve, first of all, tear. Tear can be found in tissue paper, contact lens, some bedding material like bed sheet, pillow, or another uh, can it can be found in cloth of the victim or on the face, on the skin of the victim. Then it is collected using skimmer strips. Um, about 1.5 or 2 of skimmer strip is inserted inside the eye of the culprit or victim or whomsoever the evidence is believed to be correlated with. Then the strip will be taken out, and some amount of evidence, some amount of tear is now collected in that skimmer strip. Swabbing is also preferred. Then, if possible, the stain, tear stain, is directly cut down. Then tear collection from subject can be done using glass capillaries as well. Now let us discuss about examination of tear and eyewear. First of all, tear examination. Tear contain live and dead, both nucleated cell. Means nucleated cells are present, so it can be used for extraction of DNA as well. They are microscopically examined. Then ALS, alternating light source, can be used in 360 to 390 nanometer of range. This is hematoxylin and eosine stain. This is how tears appear. Then different type of tears show different uh, microscopic structure when examined under the microscope. Like these are the tear of grief. These are tear of some change. These are the tears of onion. These are the tears of laughing, and these are the basal tears. So microscopic examination of tear, when made carefully, can be helpful to distinguish between the tears, so you can figure out the emotion that person must be dealing with before death or at the time of death. Okay, then eyewear examination. To compare the eyewear, we use this two most important, maybe they are some data source, Nostra and Names. You can read about more about them in Wikipedia or internet. Then DNA examination, I've already explained to you. Touch DNA can be obtained from contact lens as they are in direct contact with the eyes. Now at last we have this case study. Eliza O'Connor and Paula's double murder case. It was a common case and not from our country, not from India, unfortunately. Then Richard Sotka, husband of Eliza O'Connor, he murdered her after he was being humiliated in the party or something, and his broken eyeglass was found as an evidence at the scene of crime. So finally on January 2023 he was assigned or given some punishment, and for this double murder. This case is of 50-year-old Richard Sotka. Now here are some common forensic significance of both tear and the eyewear. DNA profiling can be done from tears as well. I have already explained to you almost all the biological evidence can be used for DNA profiling, but the condition is mostly it is done in the case of secretors. Like in sweat, DNA is found, but only in the case of secretors. Same happens in the case of tear. Then image of death. Our retina is believed to work like a camera. So this topic is still under research, but people believe that scientists believe that the image of the last image that person must have seen is captured in the eyes and can be figured out via retina. However, this is still under research. Then tear can be used to determine the presence of psychotropic and therapeutic substances. So intoxication can be detected using tears as well. Neutrophils, people who have conjunctival disease like conjunctivitis, so some amount of neutrophils can be extracted from their eyes. Then the eyewear characteristics can be analyzed like frame, size, color, the power of that spectacles, whether the person was hypermetropic or myopic. All these things can be figured out using the eyewear. Then lens fragment can be used for glass examination purpose. Then we have contact lens. Touch DNA, as I have already explained to you. Touch DNA can be extracted from contact lens as well. This is just the conclusion portion, and I hope you have liked the lecture. And maybe this was the first lecture of forensic optometry available on the YouTube. So don't forget to share it with people, as this is still under research branch, and people are not very well aware with forensic optometry, with its application and things like that. So you can do your dissertation in this subject, in this field as well. Okay, thank you.